This kit has been kindly supplied to me by Fanhome. If you'd like to build your own, there's a link in the description below. Hello, I'm Chris, this is Gross Models, and welcome to issue 32 of building the Infinity Gauntlet from Marvel. In this issue, we're continuing the finger. I think it's the penultimate version episode of this. First of all, let's look at the magazine. We have Two Destinies United. I don't know who that is. It looks a bit like Keanu Reeves, doesn't it? Do you think? I don't know. It probably isn't. I don't think he's in the Marvel universe yet, but it could be. And I don't know, is that Captain Marvel there as well? Yeah, there we go. The male version of Captain Marvel fighting some sort of samurai thing. So the index finger, part 9, putting the metal cover over the top, holding it in place with a screw, and then covering over the screw hole. Let's get to that in just a moment. It will look just like that. Captain Marvel, yes, Genesis Vel. That's obviously who that is, the male version. I've only seen the female one in the films. So yeah, there we go. Peter David, the writer with a smile. You should always work with a smile. It's always nice to work with a smile, isn't it? So that's that. Let's clear it out of the way and get on with the build. So on with the build. We've got the metal part, a plastic cover, and obviously a screw to hold it in place. It's quite nice. I do like the metal bits. Obviously it's going to cover over the plastic piece that we've got here. So yeah, just a single screw to hold that in place. The notch piece obviously goes towards the tip of the finger, just like it did on the one we've put on before. This is actually quite a tight fit on there. I don't know if the part's a little bit bent or squished to make it a little bit tougher than it should be. But it's not quite there. I think it's not quite lined up either. You've got to get that screw hole obviously lined up. There's a post coming out the back of the metal part that goes into the plastic part and holds it in place properly. So let's try shifting that just a little bit. See if that's going to make a difference and make it all line up properly there. If in doubt, push a bit harder seems to be my motto. So let's try that. I think I might need to adjust the way it fits in there. Can't quite see underneath as to where the pin needs to go, but not quite right there. Let's give it a little wobble, a little shift. See if we can see. It seems to be a little bit too low on that one, so let's shift it downwards just that little bit, hopefully just a bit like that. The fairly thin metal piece at the top of the hinge there, so I don't want to push too hard on that because it might bend. It probably won't. I think this is like a cast material rather than a, so it'll probably crack rather than bend. But yeah, it's pretty much there, almost there now. A little bit more wobbling and finagling. We get that lined up just right. And push it home. Come on. Just a little bit more. A little bit more. There we go. That feels like that's it. Let's get that sorted out. Push that all the way in. Got to be lined up there. There we go. That's about as far down as it's going to go. I think getting the screw in there will line it up finally and get it definitely in the right place, and obviously push it home that last little bit just to make sure that it's not going to go anywhere. So a single screw in there. I'll keep the other screws obviously for later because you never know when you might need one. Easier to keep them safe and secure than have to rummage around too far for them. So get that tightened up in there. Make sure it is nice and tight. Once you get that little plug in the top, you're unlikely to be able to get it out very easily. So yeah, always make sure all the screws are properly tightened before you put anything over the top of them. That's that in there. It doesn't seem to matter which way around that goes. It's both. It's non-chiral. It goes either way. So that is that on there, and that is the finger almost complete. There's one more section to add to it before we can think about adding it on there. So same again next time for the next bit of the finger. Other than that, that has been another good, interesting build. I shall see you very soon for the next one. So thanks for watching. Bye bye for now.